Hello, welcome to another YouTube video. My name is Paul. I'm a mind-body coach, and I provide tips and ways to improve your chronic back pain situation. And today I'm going to talk about journaling, mainly because for me and for many others who suffer from sort of chronic conditions and are looking to, let's say, heal themselves, find a way to recovery, journaling can and has been for me a really useful practice. The basis of this comes from Dr. John Sarno's TMS theory and his focus on sort of deep repressed emotions. So I'm going to discuss that a bit in this video. I'm going to discuss a few tips on how to start a journaling practice, how to focus your attention on the emotions, and how your practice can reduce your pain, reduce your stress, essentially make you feel better in your body. And that's the goal. That's the key. That's what anyone who is suffering from chronic back pain wants, is relief. I know I did, and I still use the techniques, and I still go through challenges with my body which are connected to deep emotions. So first advice is don't hide from it. Don't hide from the fact that emotional pain can essentially keep us in physical pain because it's too difficult to feel the emotions, and that comes from not being equipped as a kid to feel emotions, to be natural with your emotions, and especially, I can't emphasize enough, anger and deep grief and sadness. These two for me have been a sticking point and a point of freedom, a space of relief when I finally allowed myself to feel the emotions and to give voice. And that's what I want to get into with the journaling practice: giving voice to your emotions and giving space for those parts of yourself that you're maybe too afraid to listen to. Especially if you're very judgmental on yourself, if you're very hard on yourself, you might even feel like you have a bit of a quick temper sometimes, or are unnecessarily thinking harsh things towards yourself or towards others, and you might feel bad about that because intrinsically, somehow, as human beings, there is a guide inside us that's leaning more towards being nice and kind to people and less towards being an asshole towards people, and rightly so, I think. But you have to give your sort of inner asshole a voice. And one way to do that is through journaling. And you can set a timer. So let's say you have 10 minutes or 20 minutes, anything between that, 10, 15, 20 minutes. You can set a timer and you can tell yourself, I'm gonna be the voice, be the part of myself that I don't want to hear. And if it's to do with anger and rage and frustration, what does that part of yourself want to say? And if you allowed that part of yourself to say it unfiltered, with no judgment, simply taking a pen, pencil, or writing on your computer, or typing, whatever your journaling tool is, and use it as a practice, because journaling is a focused practice. You need to focus on the harsh things that are going around your head that you might be telling yourself. You know, it's very common to be down on yourself if you've got chronic pain, to be worrying a lot, and to putting a lot of pressure on yourself for maybe not being strong enough, or being weak, or being pathetic. All of these things that we say inside which put us down, we need to give a voice to. So practice doing that. And to recap for the anger side of things, imagine, you know, you separate the parts of yourself. So let's say, you know, if I take my angry self and I go, really, what does that part of myself want to say? Because it's not like we're 100% angry or 100% sad. You know, we're human beings. We have a nuance of emotions that come and go, and feelings and sensations that can affect that. So find that voice, spend 20 minutes letting out all the poison, all the shit that you want to say, and don't hold back. And then after doing that, you know, read back, recap, and then forget the words and take a breath and see how you feel. Do the same if you've got deep grief or deep sadness. You know, the challenge that I've had, and sometimes other people that I speak to, is that, you know, you can imagine these two parts of ourselves, the angry side of ourselves and the side of ourselves that maybe, you know, feels weak and sad and whatever. You know, for instance, is there a bit of a battle going on inside you where your angry version of yourself is maybe ridiculing the weak, sad, pathetic side of yourself? What's your inner world like? What's your inner dialogue? And journaling will help you to find out what your inner dialogue is, because there's going to be some commonalities with others, but it's still your voice. It's still your unique way of experiencing yourself. So take the advice of spending 10, 15, 20 minutes of dedicated focused time and listen to the voices in your mind, essentially. Sounds maybe a bit strange for some, but you know, we have many thoughts on a day-to-day basis, and a lot of them can be a bit negative, and you know, avoiding these thoughts, avoiding how horrible you feel towards yourself, and avoiding the sadness, avoiding the anger that we have, or the resentments that we have towards other people in our life. You know, you can spread the net further in terms of the journaling practice, of course, but in this particular instance, I would suggest starting with yourself. How do you think about yourself? How do you feel about yourself? And be really fucking honest and really brave to go and put pen to paper and almost spit venom at yourself, because that's essentially what we do inside our mind sometimes. So good luck with that practice. It can be tough, it can be hard. We'll try and avoid it, but yeah, try to resist the avoidance and the fear, and see how you get on. So take care, and I'll see you in the next one.